After the Open, guys.
We're not talking
The whole
about,
Open?
We're not talking.
No,
Just part
just
of it.
halfway through.
Just halfway through that first
24.1.
AMRAP. Yeah.
We're not talking about the Open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, unless you want to jump up and say you won the Open. Like, yeah, so I won the Open.
If you didn't hear it yet.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're live. Whatever episode this is. We are now officially on the Prvn podcast, and we've got two of our brand new athletes.
Brand new.
That's
That's
insulting.
not true.
brand new building, and athletes.
Sorry.
It's like,
Redact that. We've got Sydney M and Sydney W. Now for the people at
And-
home.
and-
we're-
and me.
And this guy.
And Shane
You guys
Sears,
probably
yeah.
know him. For the people at home, we're going to do this one time. How do you pronounce your last name?
Michalyshen.
We heard it, and we're
Now
going to do our
say it.
best. Yeah.
Could you say
Can
it?
you guys?
Michalyshen.
They were easy.
Yeah.
Now we got
Cool,
it.
cool.
So, Shane's
Let's work around the table. Let's see if we.
all right.
All right. I'm working on it, okay?
Sydney M and Sydney W. That's what we're going to say. So, Sydney M, you've been here for, what, 2 months?
Yes, I think so.
And
Yes.
give us a summary so far. What's been going on? How have you liked everything? You and Jarrett and Lucy and Caroline have been here for the beginning of the 2024 season. You guys come from a different camp before, and now you're brand new to our camp. What are your thoughts?
It's honestly been such an incredible change. I have been a part of the camp before. I came from CompTrain, and I spent 2 years there. I was working out with athletes, and I really thrive in like the camp environment. I love having training partners. So to come here and to come into such a like professional environment, I just feel like that has been like the biggest mindset shift for me and something that I've just like fallen in love with. So that probably has been the number one thing that I'm just like so grateful for and so happy to be a part of. 2 months has flown by, to be honest. I can't even believe I've been here for 2 months already. I feel like I just got here. And I feel like Sid and I have like worked out, like I feel like I have not just been working out with you for like we've probably only done like 3 workouts together so far, but I'm like, it feels so natural and like everyone here has been so great. It's been such an easy adjustment.
Yeah, because you guys get along pretty well already. Like, I've been back here, 3 minutes? And I can't tell you guys apart sometimes in terms of how well you guys are connecting. So that's been pretty cool. to
Yeah,
see
it's
too.
been
Yeah,
awesome.
you guys, you met at, well, I mean, before the gym was open, you went to Trivium and you guys were training together. How did you feel about having another Sydney coming into our camp?
Oh, I mean, the name doesn't do anything for me, but I'm just so happy to have a female training partner.
It's been good. So
Yeah.
you guys are now every day. So who's here? It's you guys. It's Luis. Now Tia is back. And then we've got some of our teen athletes, so RJ and Riley. Sydney W. What's been the coolest thing now that we have our own building? You've got your own space. You can do whatever you
'cause
want,
you've
whenever you
seen
want.
a lot of change, obviously. Like,
Yeah,
from
for
where we
sure.
were last
You're really
year.
the only athlete now that is here every single day that's been through
Ooh, that's
everything,
special.
right? You're the OG now, which is crazy.
I know, that is wild, honestly. It's been great. I love the new space. It's so nice. And like she said, it feels like a lot more professional getting to walk in and like have the freedom to do whatever we want since it's our own space. And just having everyone around has been so great because I haven't been training with anyone recently. Well, before now. So.
Yeah, because I mean, the
In
off season
off-season.
was long, right? It was
Yeah.
one of those things where we had to piece together a lot of you go here, I go here, and we'll
Yeah.
just figure it out. So it's definitely worth it now, I think. And to have Tia back has been awesome.
Yeah,
So I think once we
sure.
get through the Open, we get through quarterfinals and things like that to where we're training for the games, that'll be a cool opportunity for everybody.
Yeah, and that was our goal too, right? We spoke about it briefly, last week or so. Like,
Yeah.
our objective here, right, was to create a professional space for you guys to make your own and to feel comfortable completely within that. And it's been awesome to have the asset of Jarrett and yourself, obviously, being here. You just
Yeah.
said, but you are old news
Yeah.
to me, in a good way. But it's just been awesome to see you guys come here and really like live up to the values that we're trying to uphold here. For me, it's like, because I actually came in pretty late to the sequence of when you guys officially moved in, I've loved it. I just love that you guys are utilizing the space to its full and respecting it, but just capitalizing on what we've tried to create here. So it's been awesome for us to see you guys take advantage of it too.
Have you guys enjoyed the community aspect of the affiliate? Like it's been for us at least 2.5 years to where we didn't really have a community. It was just kind of us doing our own thing. I don't know if you guys had much at your gym you were at before where you interacted with those people, but it's cool here, right? Because these people were all meeting for the first time. You're getting to know some more people. So how's that been?
I love having members around. Like, I think it's so fun back where I've always been a part of like the members' lives and they get invested in what we're doing. And I think it's just like such a cool, supportive environment where like they come into the gym, they're working hard, they're here for an hour, maybe two, but like to have a relationship with the members, for them to like message you or like come up to you like after you're done training and to like ask you how things are going, how the season's going. It's like they really care. And I think it makes my day better, and I think it makes their day better. So I love the community aspect of it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, like all the support that they provide, and like they're just so encouraging. Like the other day I was doing like shoulder taps or something, and someone was like, that was so cool.
They'll make you feel good, that's for sure. And I think the
exactly.
coolest thing is like we've done the community sweat workouts where I don't think, and we talked about this in one of our first podcasts, was I don't think community members expect you guys to jump into that, and we definitely don't, but it's been cool that you guys have just jumped right in, use it as a little bit of a warm-up and kind of at least get to know some new people, which is awesome because those days have been maybe not even our members, just people from the community. And you've done a lot with the community in Nashville in the past.
Yeah.
But it's got to be cool now that they're actually connected a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in, but we've been doing the classes lately. I don't know if you know, and I think it's fair to say our bodies
It's not
are
good.
feeling it.
It's not
Yeah,
good.
we haven't been training too much lately, have we? So we did hang power snatches yesterday.
Yep.
And my upper quads, from where the barbell touches,
That's how you know it's a bad.
they're ruined.
Yeah.
Ruined.
Yeah.
Absolutely to bits.
Now we don't have an excuse because we've got our own gym.
Yeah, no. But
Before I was like,
Yeah.
we don't want to get in the way of anybody.
But I think it's been good. Like, it's been good for us to, like, jump in and be a part of the community from our side of things, right? Like, we're so not disconnected, but we work with you guys at the top end. It's like this expectation of what we think is deemed, like, the norm. Then we physically try to do it, and I'm like, well, hang on. Strip that bar back, buddy. You know,
I
then
mean,
maybe we could do it.
We're doing barbell warm-ups and we're just shaking the whole time. Mitch is putting us through
I did
10
forget
minutes.
how long warm-ups are in classes.
We don't
It
warm up.
hurts.
We don't warm up. Now we do.
Oh, we do now.
Now we do.
Yeah.
We are fully bought in now, which is good.
Warm-ups are important, guys. just
They're
in case.
extremely important.
Exactly, yes.
Well, I mean, you
yes.
guys warm up more than anybody I know. So
Yes.
We warm up all your whole class. We're still warming up.
Yes, probably true.
that's facts,
Yeah.
which
Your
is not a
warm-ups
bad
are
thing.
long.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's go into last season. So for you, this was a huge year.
Yeah.
Like I know we've talked
was.
about it massive amount of times. Like I don't know if anybody in this room saw that coming for your first year with us. Like we wanted you to make the games. We knew there was a lot of potential there, but to see how well you did was like far exceeded our expectations. What did you think about how last year went, and then how did that give you confidence going into this year?
Yeah, honestly, like, of course the goal was to make it to the games, but after competing at Granite Games, I didn't do very well. So I was like, I just don't know if it's, like, in the cards, like, this soon. And then, I don't know, semis was just, it started off
A little
pretty
bit of a
rough.
roller coaster there.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, the ruck
Like to help
muscle
them out.
up workout did not go as planned. Well, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to do good at it, but I didn't think I was going to do
So
that
this
bad.
is a safe space. Did you get dead last in that workout?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I got like 58th, but I think that was because 2 people dropped out.
Hey, that's not dead last.
I'm sure.
That's a win.
No, it's dead last, but it wasn't 60th.
I think somebody's probably done the math, but you may be the only person that's got a bottom 5 finish and made the games.
No,
before.
that's like actually incredibly impressive. Like you like to think of how well that you have to how well you have to perform on all the other
Yeah.
ones to get a dead last. Like that's like one
Yeah,
weakness,
it's like
but
you
how
did
good are
one
all your
less
other
workout
things?
than everybody.
Yep, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
You just lost like
It's
total
like that
points.
final
yeah.
event when you you're already gonna make it and you can get last.
Just the opposite. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
You're
make
like-
this hard for myself.
You're
That
I
was
want to
like-
start from behind. You're like, let's
Yeah.
just start like this. And
No,
then,
I was never in the final heat until the final event.
That's cool.
Were you in
That
the
is
fight?
cool.
Were you in the top 10, the final one?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
8th.
So
Yeah,
at
outside
least,
lane, yeah.
so you're in the final heat of the last one. Do you know that you made the games?
No, well, going back to the ruck workout, it's funny because everyone was like, what was it like knowing that you weren't gonna make the games after?
People asked you that.
Yeah,
What,
they thought I was
right after
out.
it? Right.
No.
Like-
Like now, people will
Okay,
ask
okay.
me like, "How did it feel?" And I'm like, I actually never thought that there was no way I was gonna make it.
Cool.
Yeah, because I knew that running workout was gonna go really well. So,
And hey, I think that's just quietly a world record.
yeah.
you
He's
gotta
trying to
beat that
skip to
this
the
year.
last
Yeah.
event. I'm like, what about the running event?
Yeah. But isn't that fascinating though? People retain like a bottom finish rather than
Yeah.
the success
True,
of a winning,
yeah.
winning event. Because for me, from where I stand, it's harder to win an event than it is to come last in an event. You know what I mean? Like, so
For sure.
I think that's the perspective of sometimes media can like just hone in on some of the elements that make a better title than some of the success stories or the showcase of what you've been working on in the off season too. But anyway, so when did it come to fruition that you actually made the games last year?
So, like
Like when you finished the finish line, you looked across and you saw, okay, I'm ahead of ABC athletes, or when they called out your name?
well, the whole weekend I didn't want to know what place I was in. So
Okay.
I had no idea until the last event. My sister was like, I think you need to know because I think you're going to be like a little bit more relaxed. So then they told me I was in 8th. And so I was like, okay, well, like, that's when I was like, I think I'm going to make it.
Wow.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
the only time you were in that final heat was the last
event.
bike toes to bar. And, oh my.
And that's a good like that's a
Yeah,
sick
I
event.
didn't do as well as I thought, though.
You were cocky. You were like, I made it. It's over.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
need this.
I don't need to try on this one.
no, but honestly, it's actually funny because now that Caroline Stanley is
Mm-hmm.
proven, we were next to each other and we
Oh,
both
yeah.
finished like at the end of our heat. I mean, we weren't like last in the heat, but we weren't like
Yeah,
the
I can't
top.
imagine. You might know more. That can't be a great workout for her.
She's smaller, so the bike isn't. Yeah, that's probably not
Yeah.
a strong one for her.
Because I think she was sweating a little bit more. Like
Well,
at
yeah,
the
we
end.
were like
She's good
next
with
to
the
each
bag.
other and we're like,
She is. She's like a really strong athlete,
from
but
afar,
she's
man.
small.
Yeah.
So like
she got
lifts.
second at Linda.
Yeah.
She
She's
told
strong.
me. She
Yeah.
told us the other day. She said, "Yeah, I didn't have. What was your weights for the dumbbell? 50s."
Yeah, so
Six.
She's like,
60s.
it was 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't have 60s, so I just used the 70s in training.
and then went to do Linda and got second.
Yeah.
Yeah, she crushed that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
But that was a cool workout to watch, and I don't think I watched her last year. I didn't even know who she was, honestly. Like while we were at semifinals last year, because she was a rookie. Like
Yep.
I think she was just coming.
Yep.
So it'll be cool to kind of go back and watch some film on that.
Yeah.
To see how she did, which is awesome. So you
Yes.
make the games. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a pretty crazy weekend. Like
Yeah.
overall for all of us. I mean, this guy wasn't around. He just left us all out to dry.
Well, I'm up at 3 a.m. watching this going, what's happening right now?
Yeah.
So it was a bit different for me, but anyway.
But that was a stressful weekend. Like,
For
because I mean, you
sure.
were, let's just call it what it is. You were one of our only athletes that was doing really well. Because so
Yeah.
much adversity with injuries and things were happening. Did that play into your mental aspect of it at all?
I mean, it was super stressful. Never did I think that like I would ever be in that position with my sister not being in a great position. So that was like very mentally taxing because I wanted to be happy for me, but I was also like really stressed out for her.
I gotta imagine that'll be probably one of your most stressful events you ever have. To be honest,
Yeah.
like that, you may
I was
never
like-
feel like that again.
Yeah, like when I made it to the games, I was so happy, but I was like, this doesn't feel like I thought it was supposed to
Oh, really?
because I wanted to do it with her.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we felt the same, right? Like we had good wins, like you and
Yeah.
Will did a really good job, but we also had some tough moments, right? Where we had two athletes that got hurt, things you just can't control. So it was an up and down for sure. But so you make the games. We are now 12 months, almost 12 months since then.
Well, what about the games? How was the games?
Oh yeah, let's
not
jump
fast
into
forward.
it.
You just fast forwarded the biggest thing of your career. Tell us about the games.
It
How
was
was that?
awesome. This year I was mainly focused on just like
Last year.
last
Well, you
year.
can do it this year too.
Just like having fun with it and getting some experience. It was super weird because I'd been to so many games watching my sister. Being on the other side was completely different, but it was super rewarding because I don't think I've ever worked so hard for anything in my life.
And now, Sid, tell everyone where you finished at the games.
I got 28th.
28th.
Did you
That's
feel?
well, it's
yeah,
28th
like,
in the world.
Yeah.
You know, in a craft. You know, like that's a crazy achievement there, right? Like I don't think you want to play that down. But what about the games in itself? Like, was there any particular lesson or any highlight that you loved? Any takeaways from that? Did it live up to the expectation of like what you perceived the games to be?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think about how to word this.
Yeah.
It didn't go like I thought it would. I felt like I was just like in my head a little bit just because of like all the athletes I was competing against. So I think I had a lot more to give, basically.
And do you think like that lesson there is something that you're well
For
conscious
sure.
Yeah, rookie year, like you've dealt with it, I'm sure it's one of those things where you can either go with it as like, hey, this is going to be the funnest thing I've ever done and have no expectations. But I think if you want to do this for your career and you want to make this into something that 5-10 years from now you're still
Yeah.
doing, you're going to put some more pressure on yourself, right? So that's interesting to hear. So did you have a favorite event? What was your favorite event at the games?
I'm kind of
I think
conscious
the
too.
most fun one was the handstand one with the pullovers,
Yep.
especially because it was just like a new movement that no one had done and I could do it, so that was fun.
How many pullovers did you do?
It was 16. Did I'm unbroken.
Did you pay him to bring that up?
Oh, I just remember that because I think that was one of those work because we were back there and I think I just remember like counting your reps and live time and going, when is she coming down? She's not coming down. Why would she stop at 13? Like thinking like because I think there was a pause at the top and then you kept going and going. I'm
Wait,
like,
how many was
"Damn."
it?
16.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's called unbroken.
Did you enjoy the events that you didn't know beforehand that were just released maybe the day of or the day before? Or are you somebody that likes to have practice and do them a week in advance?
I used to think I didn't like to know them because then like it's all I think about before I go to sleep at night. But
Yeah.
I actually do love
Not
getting
knowing.
to practice.
Oh, you do.
What about you?
I'm both. I like knowing them for semis, but I love at the games not knowing.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
think
it
I
just
agree with
kind of
that.
evens.
Yeah.
As long as
it gives
feels
everybody
even,
the
right?
Yeah.
Like, as long as if no one knows, then that's a great
Yeah.
position to be in. But if everyone knows, then you obviously want to know too, right? And then you can
Yeah.
prepare for it.
I think it's so fun to see who's able to figure it out
Yep.
Yeah.
on the fly and like with minimal time to like come up with a strategy without testing it. Like you've had all year to train and do quarters and semis and test workouts and find the best strategy. I feel like it's like you're testing that when you go to the games.
Yeah.
Can you come up with what you think is the best and then like execute it? So I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think you guys are both, you were good athletes. You did athletics your whole life and played sports. So I think that comes down to it a lot, where a lot of people that may have just started in CrossFit rather be the, hey, I want to know this 4 months in advance so I can get every single transition down, which at the games is going to pay off huge for you guys, because if you can just figure stuff out on the fly, that's one of the biggest skills that
Athleticism. Right?
we can't teach. Like we can try, right? But it's one of those things where you either have it or you don't. And hopefully that you can build a little bit as you go as a CrossFit athlete. So
But Sydney Ann, what sport did you play when you were in college? College or high school? Both. Really?
Yeah, college and high school. I played volleyball. So I've been playing volleyball since I was 13. And then back home, we call it university. So like your college is like our university.
Yeah.
So I did 2 years on my university volleyball team.
That's crazy.
So that was my sport. That was my thing.
When I first saw you, I thought you were a swimmer
That's awesome.
because of her lats and shoulders.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, people are always like, "Oh my gosh, you must have a swimming background," and I'm like, "Just wait till you see me swim."
I wish.
My sister has a swimming background, but then I decided I did gymnastics first a little bit, and then just did all volleyball.
Yeah.
That helps, I'm sure. Gymnastics.
And
How-
Sid,
It does.
And you did track, right?
Yeah.
And what was your track? Like, what was the event that you actually specialized in?
The 400.
Dang, that's an aggressive one too.
That's a great one for CrossFit.
Yeah, that's a
Like
good
that's
one.
Yeah.
very useful.
Yeah. And you did the relay team.
Yeah, in the 4x4.
Oh, it was a 4x4. I thought it was a 4x1. Okay.
Oh, no, so it's
No? Okay.
400s.
Cool.
So let's move on to Sydney M. Of last year. You were on the demo team, which
I
was
was.
a big difference from going to the games as an athlete, I'm sure.
Yes.
Is that something you really enjoyed? Like, I know obviously you want to be at the games,
Mm-hmm.
but was this a good opportunity for you?
It was. It was honestly such a good opportunity. Like when I got the email asking if I wanted to go, I was like very emotional about it. I was so torn. Like my gut reaction was no way. I'm like, I can't be at the games. Like I was
Okay.
like,
Yep.
I'm just going to be upset the whole weekend. Like I'm not ready to go. Like I felt like I needed more time to be like away.
When did they reach out to you? Sorry. Like, is it like months before, weeks before?
I would say like a month and a
Okay,
half.
okay.
Like they probably
So
yeah.
enough time to like, I better get back in the gym and do something.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I usually So after semis, I went home to Winnipeg, and I spent like immediately. Like I literally just came home, flew back to Boston. Whoa, I almost knocked that over.
That would have been great for the show. Brandon would have been happy about
Yeah.
that.
I went back to Boston, honestly packed a suitcase, and I went home for like a month, month and a half, just because I'm like, I'm not going to train right now. I just need some like time off. Then I ended up flying back to Boston to start training again. I had some off-season comps that I was looking forward to doing.
Yep.
So I was really excited for that. It honestly doesn't take me very long to get excited again, you know, like I love what I do. So like, yeah, it was a really like hard experience, but after like a month, I was like, okay, I'm ready. So then when I got that email, I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I messaged Jarrett and I was like, hey, I got an email for the demo team. And he was like, do you want to? And I was like, hell yes. I was like 100%
Cool.
yes, I want to do it. So that was honestly such a cool experience. Like I love meeting new people in the space as well and learning from them and like seeing what they do. And then also getting to test the events. Like I was like, I want to play with all this stuff. Like I want to touch the pig this year. That's a full year that I would not get to touch that or do all these other things. And getting to just work with Dave and Boz like really closely for 2 weeks. I feel like that helped me so much, like see where their heads are at, what they like, what they don't like, what.
Was there a lot of back and forth in those conversations? I don't know if you're allowed to say, but like was there
like between.
How micro detailed are they going? Like, oh, let's move the sandbag to the left 3 feet, or is it like, nope, we're scratching that?
No, I think we retested one workout 9 different ways with the smallest adjustments, like just getting it right. Like I love that because it's exhausting. Like I worked so hard that week leading up to the games that I was like, once the games came around, I was like, no, I felt proud of like my effort. Cool. It was like it was like a very different experience. I wasn't competing, but I felt like I was learning and I was working hard and I gave my best because they want accurate tests.
For sure.
Right? Like they're not just gonna be okay with getting a bad result. Like they invited you there to make sure the games are what they should be. So I took that like very seriously and I was like, hey, I'm gonna like bring my best self to this experience so I can give them the best, most accurate results. So I was really happy about that.
When did the day start? They're pretty early, right? Because normally when they're rolling in, you know, like when the athletes are rolling in, you guys are already 3 workouts deep.
Yeah, I think we had to like get to like the back room at like 8:30. It was different. Like the week before the games is insane.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because we're testing everything. We're just testing workouts all day. Like you start testing a workout at 9.
At the facility, or you guys off-site?
I think mostly, this past year was mostly at the facility.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would just get on site. We'd either be on the field, pushing sleds, honestly doing a lot of
workouts.
Yeah, because we test all the team and all the individual and all the adaptive and all the age group. We test it all.
Really?
Yeah, we test everything. Doing the team workouts were so fun because like I don't really like using the bob. So cool. Like I was dying, but like
a team member.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
yeah. And then the worm was super cool because I had never touched it before. I remember everyone else was like been on a team, and Dave just kept yelling like right arm under because I like couldn't figure it out. And I was like, and I left that workout gassed because I was just mentally being like,
holding your breath
don't mess this up. So he's like, I want this one done and I want it done well. And I'm like, maybe I'm not the one then. Like,
Do you remember which one it was?
Yeah, it was like, I think worm, clean and jerks, and ring muscle ups. On the field.
Yeah, that was a bad workout.
Synchro, ring, muscle ups, worm, clean and jerk, and...
Is that the one you tested 9 times?
And the sled and the bob. It was bob.
Yeah, I think it had all of those. Yeah. So that was cool. We tested a variation of like crossover, dubs and stuff like a bunch of times. Yeah, okay. The one with the heavy rope, we were like going back and forth on like what was gonna...
Heavy rope versus a regular crossover double. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I think we were like going back and forth on that variation.
Taking notes.
Yeah. Really, what else?
I don't think people realize though, like you guys do crazy volume for that. Like were you beat up?
Oh my gosh. I had bruises and cuts. I had burns all over me. I think I lost 10 pounds that week because they don't care if, like, really, like, it's not about us.
Yeah,
It's about
yeah.
the event. So, like, if you have to go back to back to back to back to back workouts all day and you only have 15 minutes between each one to quickly eat something, like, it's not about your recovery.
Yeah.
If you're gassed, you just ask someone else to step in for you
Is there substitutes, are there?
because there's 6 of us.
Okay, so you'd have
Yep.
2 extra people.
Yeah, so if
technically.
someone's doing a team workout, and we pick and choose, like if there's something that clearly I was brought on to do, they'll be like, hey, we want you to do this individual workout. But if it's the one that's not for you, you might just get to sit out for a workout or 2.
Did you get excited when you got to sit out?
Honestly, no. I hate sitting out. Like, no way. I hated it. I wanted to do all the workouts. They're like, who wants to test this? I'm like, me. I'm like, I want to test it.
What did you think about Victor when he did his gymnastics?
Oh my gosh. I was
video?
honestly like, screw you. Screw you, Victor.
Did you ever see the video of him doing it?
Is this the
It was so
handstand?
cool.
Yeah, the handstand workout, like it was. You should go watch it because
Oh,
it's,
really?
I've never seen anyone better at gymnastics than that guy.
Yeah.
Does
He's
he have
so
a
good.
gymnastics background?
Yeah.
Did one of the guys like do something faster than the individual guys did? Did that ever happen?
I think that was Victor.
That was him. Yeah,
Oh, the
like
hand-
he
this the
destroyed
handstand. Okay,
everyone.
okay.
Yeah, and I mean I don't know what level it is, but he's like as high as you can get in gymnastics in Europe.
Like currently?
He's like a national
Like
level.
not too long
gymnast.
ago.
Oh,
Like it wasn't like where you did gymnastics when
Like
you
a
were
level
5.
10
Yeah.
when you're 10 years
Whatever
old.
it is. Like I think recently he was pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's
Sid,
cool.
Sid was a level 10 gymnast.
No, I was
Oh, you
not.
were not?
I think I was level 8.
Dang. Do you feel like you wish you took the last 2?
No, I hated gymnastics.
How long did you do it? How old were you?
I did it since I was really young until like a freshman in high school.
And how old's that? I don't know what this world is.
Oh, I
Freshman,
don't
like-
even
Do
you
know.
guys use
Like
freshmen back home?
13,
No.
14 or 15?
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, probably 14 or 15.
Man, that sounds a lot older when you say freshman. I just think, dang. Like,
Yeah, 14. That's so young.
That is
That's
so
that's
young.
crazy.
So what do you guys use? What skills do you go years? Like year 1 to 12?
Yeah, and we just go like, and we say like grade 1,
Yep.
grade 2, grade
Can't
12.
get it wrong.
I feel like you got Australia
Well, we're
and
part
Canada.
of the Commonwealth. We're part of the Commonwealth. That's a thing.
Okay.
See? What
America.
is that world?
America.
What do you mean there's something else outside
I'm
of
from
it?
America.
So we've
Yeah.
made it through the Open. You guys, how are you feeling about getting closer into the season? Like we're working with Jen and Tom McCoy. Are you guys fully like into the nutrition? You're into the blood work. You're into the everything with them. How's that going now with recovery?
Yeah, we've been working with them for a little bit now, and honestly, now that we're like in season, I feel like just taking all of those little details and really focusing on them is huge for me. I love tracking my macros. That's something that like is so easy for me to do, but makes me feel so good. So with working with them, we've just like dialed all those little like details in. So I'm making sure I'm hitting like almost to a T every single day. The exact macros that I want in the off season, I leave it very open ended. I still track, but I give myself a range. Just if I'm not as hungry one day, I'll eat less. If I'm more hungry, I just don't want to put any extra
Yeah.
pressure on myself in the off season. But now that we're like in season, I love being like 100% dialed in.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah.
And then let's do a snapshot of like a whole day. We'll start with you, give you more time. But,
Okay.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
I think people are honestly intrigued by this. Like this is a common question that I
Like
know
what we
from-
eat in a day?
Yeah, I think they
Oh.
just
Yeah, do your day. Like you
Yeah.
wake
Okay.
up, regular training day.
Okay. Wake up. I have a cup of coffee, and then I'll make breakfast. I usually do a bagel and a half, 2 bagels.
bagel and a half.
Yeah.
That's
so
a psychopath
Oh,
move
man.
right there. So
What
you
do
just
you
leave
mean?
the other half.
so I always have a bagel and a half. Oh my god! Again.
So if there's 6 bagels, then
All right,
that's
all
4
right,
days,
Sid, with the
right?
math over
Yeah.
there. all
Our
right.
bagels only had 5.
I think I get 6
Oh, really?
if you buy
I'm
the
gonna go where you go.
Thomas brand bagels.
I love
Okay.
Those are the best,
Thomas.
and they're
People,
big
Thomas?
too.
Do you get
It's
Thomas?
Pretty good.
Are they?
They're like,
Oh, we know this.
they're the most like basic bagel.
They're
brand
good.
Where do you get them from?
world. Anywhere.
Like every store.
Oh, okay.
I'm like Kroger.
Kroger's.
You won't find them at Whole Foods.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, you can't.
Because we have bagels. I'm gonna find out there. Thomas. Thomas.
Thomas bagels.
Thomas bagels.
all right,
So
continue.
1.5 Thomas bagels,
Okay.
specifically that brand.
We're back there. Dang.
Cream cheese. One of the bagels has jam, eggs, and turkey.
Turkey bacon.
Not that
Deli
fancy.
It's just turkey.
Just turkey.
How do you do that?
Like I literally
Ground.
like in a pan.
Like a
Like a lunch meat.
Correct.
Just don't judge. Keep going.
It's you probably will have this face multiple
Lunch
times.
meat.
Yes, and I just
What's
like
lunch meat?
Okay.
Wait, are you serious?
He's like,
Guys,
so like
Shane
when you
lived in
get
the
a
U.S. for a
sandwich.
long time.
are we talking just like a ham?
correct, but I put it on a pan.
Don't make the face.
That's like
We're-
bacon then.
You
That's
asked her.
bacon.
You asked her to open up, and now
Sorry.
you're judging her.
So now the rest I'm gonna be like,
mad. It's happening right here.
They're never gonna come back on the show if we.
Oh, I'm sorry. But like
you
that's
eat
okay.
that? Oh my god.
Bacon.
Shane's like, we got to have a chat with you being at Prvn
Yeah,
from
we're
now.
gonna make a comment here. We're gonna make adjustment in this.
All right. Well,
Go
we're
on,
still
go
at
on. Sorry.
breakfast, so
Yes.
continue.
And that's my breakfast. Breakfast is like 900 calories. I like to eat a lot,
Yep.
like first thing in the morning. It's like 100 grams of carbs, just under 15 protein, and like 25 fat. That's like makes me feel good. Then I'll bring another cup of coffee to the gym. Usually drink that throughout my morning session. I usually snack on those like Go-Go Squeeze pouches
Throughout the
and
day? Yeah.
yeah, and those Z
Oh,
bars,
Z bars. If you guys don't know about Z bars,
I do not.
where do you buy them?
Me either.
like Kroger's. I think you can get them
they're
literally
kids
anywhere.
protein bars, but they're the most delicious thing you ever had.
They're so
Kids
easy.
protein
So they're only
to
like
eat.
that big. Oh.
And they're
We'll
not
get you
really
on 'em.
protein bars, I
Nope,
guess.
nope. They're just like granola bars. They've probably got 2 grams of protein in them.
And they're soft.
Are they? I like
Yeah,
them, so.
iced oatmeal.
Iced oatmeal.
I
Yep.
like them. So. I don't like when they're crunchy. You just got
You would.
No.
You'd be
Same.
addicted to these.
wedged in the back of your teeth.
Do you eat one of those or just 1.5 and then you save the other?
Oh,
And then
no,
just like
no.
wrap it up. And,
Oh, save that. for
Just
later.
one.
That's
Just
a
one.
Big lunch.
for lunch, I have oatmeal. And then my snack when I'm training in the afternoon is figs. I love figs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like dried?
Yeah, dried figs. I love dried fruit. So dried mangoes or dried.
This is awesome that we asked. Like this is different.
I didn't know all this.
That's so funny because I literally eat this every single day at the exact same time. So this is like figs are like a 2:30 snack.
Now we know.
Is this a safe space? I
Yep.
know weeks ago I saw cookies.
Yeah. So this is actually good. Cookies are out
I
now.
love the way you say cookies.
So
Were you hoping she would share?
Well, I was waiting for that to fit in the picture. Like, I want this new.
Shane,
picture.
shut up.
So
Wait, if it's
cookies
not
are
safe
off
space, cut it,
season.
Brennan.
No, this is
Okay.
safe. We're good.
Okay.
Cookies are now.
They look
don't.
tasty.
They're so
The open
good.
hits cookies go away.
Honestly, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's,
You just see Sydney mad.
No, yeah,
in
because
the trash can, just dumping all of her cookies out.
I'm a
takes a bite every now and again.
100%. I could bulk so easily. Like I have no problem putting on weight. That will never be an issue. So unfortunately, cookies go.
Okay.
For the open, we replace them with figs.
What's awesome that you're quite disciplined. If you could
Yeah.
just go
Yeah.
cold on it.
Yeah.
Overnight, that's crazy good.
It's because like you have the whole off season to do whatever you want,
yeah.
and I know how good I feel in season. So like, yeah, it sucks, but like at what cost? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Figs are fine.
So okay. Figs are fine.
All right, so dinner? Are we at dinner
Protein
now?
shake on the way home,
Okay.
or a protein bar, so I
Wow.
don't get hangry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dinner is
What protein do you take currently?
I am just using. I honestly switch back and forth. I think it's called Dimetize.
Okay.
Solid.
There's this protein that we got to try.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's, if
What do
only
we-
she had a brand that could give her some protein. We'll work on that.
we'll
Don't
work on
worry.
that. We'll plug that later.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Just
so,
like
Oh yeah.
re-put it in. What
Yeah,
what
yeah.
protein do you take?
Yeah.
All of a
It'll
sudden,
just
there's
be
going to
like
be a
my
tub
voice.
right here.
Like you could try this and just slide it forward.
Brandon can do a voiceover on that. That's
Yeah.
fine.
And then dinner is rice, chicken, green beans. I'm on a huge green bean kick.
Are you?
How
Yeah.
do you make it? They're not like fresh. Do you do like a bag?
A bag, and I just boil it nice and soggy.
There you go.
And you mash it with your rice then?
No, I just do it like separate.
Okay.
But like chicken.
Or was
Did
your
you say,
protein
did you
chicken?
mash it with your
I don't know. I'm just waiting for something savage to come out here.
Has
I-
anyone here had mashed
Wow.
green
Mashed rice?
beans?
She's coming at you now.
Yes, in potato where they mash it together. It's a funky
Really?
looking color, but
That's called baby foodie. It's Willow's baby food.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, and then
taste
important
it.
bedtime snack. Sid and I were talking.
And there's more.
Yeah, we were talking about this. It has to be something sweet.
Yeah.
So I love white chocolate. So I get these mini Reese's.
Yeah. Mix of dark chocolate.
I think they're called Reese's Thins or whatever.
You like peanut butter now too.
Yeah, so it's
So
white
cookies
chocolate.
are out, but Reese's is in.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
those can stay.
I can see that. I can see that.
I need a little something before I go to bed so I can just fall
Peanut
asleep
butter's got
peacefully.
protein in it, so
It does, and they fit. They fit. So
That's
that's
the main
the
thing.
main
There you go.
thing. So that's me.
Wow. And do you have like a refeed day or like a cheat meal day? Like, is there anything like that built in?
If I'm extra hungry, like usually on a rest day, I will definitely allow myself to eat like a couple hundred calories more.
Yeah.
But I don't go crazy on it. I feel like I already sit at like a pretty high like
Do you have
baseline.
more fats on your rest day? Or
Yeah.
Like, do you change the ratio a bit? Okay.
Yeah, I definitely will go a little bit higher fat. Carbs stay the same. Protein goes up. Fat goes up a little bit if I'm extra hungry. But
Okay.
All right, Sid Dub.
That's a hard
Yay.
Ready?
follow, man.
Yeah. Well, for breakfast, obviously coffee, and then I do oatmeal with protein, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and almond butter
It sounds
With-
like you do this all the time.
every morning.
Like that's like sort of process that she has in her head. Okay, get the oatmeals out. I get the blueberries. Get the
And then I have a chicken sausage too, just
Just-
for extra protein.
Wait, just by itself?
Yeah, just like I'll eat the chicken sausage and then I'll have the oatmeal.
Okay.
I'm interested to know what you have for breakfast now.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
No 2 days of the same.
Open up the fridge, whatever we got. That's what you.
Willow, can I have some of yours? Sorry. So breakfast, coffee, then you have that.
Yeah, oatmeal and chicken sausage.
And that calorie-wise, is it sort of the same, around that 900 mark? Or is it
I
a bit leaner?
honestly, I think it's around 800 or 900.
Okay.
And you eat the same thing every day too.
Yeah,
Same. Okay.
literally every day is the same. And then I'll come here.
She's a cyborg. She just,
Both of them.
yeah.
Just morphing into one person. every week.
After like an hour or two of training, I'll have a protein bar. I've been eating Grab the Golds. I love them so much.
Yeah.
And then
Is that a protein bar?
I think it's the same
it's
as a
like
Z-bar.
Okay.
It has like 5 to 7 grams.
it's like
The
a
definition is
cookie.
it's more than 1 gram. It's a protein bar.
Snickers bar. They've got some protein in them.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yep. So
And then I'll have lunch around like 1. It's rice, ground turkey, and sweet potato.
Shocker. She's had this ever since I've met her.
Seriously, it's
Yeah.
so good.
Wait, did you say? And did you add your sauce?
Oh, sometimes I have honey mustard, but that's only if I do chicken.
This
Oh,
was
okay.
this was the first time that I saw Sid eating lunch. She just had her Chick-fil-A like container of sauce. And I thought it was Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm like, I don't know if we should be doing that.
No,
What is
it's
it?
the
Which
best
sauce?
honey mustard.
Honey mustard. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
we're on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate Chick-fil-A sauce.
No, stop.
Oh, it's so good.
You
It's like
can't hate
mayo
it.
based, and I hate mayo. I used to like it, and then when I found that out, I was like, no
You don't
more.
yeah, that's right. You don't like mayo.
Do you like Chick-fil-A?
Of
Yeah.
course she does.
Okay, just making sure we're on the same
Of
page.
course.
She probably drinks a gallon of that lemonade.
Yeah.
Oh, diet lemonade. There was
I
a-
kind of stopped because I was like, I think I might get a cavity
Yeah.
from that lemonade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's yep.
All right, back to your
So
meals.
where are we? So we're at lunch, 1 o'clock.
After lunch. So it depends what time I finish training. If I finish like around like 3:30, I'll have like a second lunch.
Okay.
And that's like a bagel with eggs and turkey bacon.
Do you toast this bagel? Because
Of course.
Do you eat a full
pre-toast it.
bagel? Or?
Oh wait, this is at home.
A full bagel.
This is at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go
Sorry,
home
yeah.
and make it. But then if training ends around like 4:30, then I'll just use the carbs and protein and stuff that I didn't use for lunch and just add it into my
Yep.
dinner. So I'll just
Okay.
make it bigger. So dinner's always like rice, sometimes chicken and steak. I like a mixture of both, and broccoli and sweet potatoes.
Okay. And
right,
then what's your late night treat?
It's yogurt and vanilla mush with granola.
Vanilla mush. Oh, the oat stuff.
Yeah, like the overnight oats.
Overnight oats. And then what was the last one? Sorry.
Granola.
Granola.
And I'll have like one little slice of chocolate.
What kind?
Oh, there it is. Isn't it? Like
And
I forgot to mention.
Yeah, one
actual
bar of
treat.
chocolate I eat.
The one little piece of chocolate that I don't
Is it dark
crack.
chocolate?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like I can't even remember.
What?
White is
What is amazing?
diabolical. No.
people are either for it or so against it.
Do you like white chocolate?
Yeah. I feel like I have dark chocolate because people say it's healthier, but I'm like, is it really
Like when
that
they say
much
wine is
different?
healthy. Yeah, you definitely drink
I'm
a
like,
whole
I
bottle.
would much prefer milk chocolate, but
Yeah.
White
You're gonna-
chocolate's so good.
Yep.
I'm glad
just-
you're on board with
I'm
that.
100% on that.
I think we're 100% on board.
I'd have dark chocolate too. Like, who am I kidding? But like, I'm on pink chocolate at this point.
Yeah.
If we get the breakfast in, that's probably a win.
Oh no, I get the breakfast in. I
What
get
do
it
you
more.
have?
Oh, okay, about me. So I wouldn't suggest this for anyone really, but like, and I will preface. Like, can we start doing these things? Yeah. Oh, but
Safe space.
Yeah, safe space. So Tia and my breakfast completely different. I don't know if you could recognize that, but she'd have. Can I do hers? Or
Yeah, I want to
mine?
know hers.
Hers? Oh, well, we'll have to get her on, but she does the bagel, but not a bagel and a half. Because I try to make it, because then I can like keep, like I count it. I'm more precise. Like I'm more pedantic about that stuff. Too, like give or take. You know, like that looks about that. So then I try to make it most times, and I'm up first. So then she'll have a bagel, 2 eggs. She likes them fried at the moment. And not sunny side up, so then I'll sear both sides of the eggs. Mm-hmm. She likes it hard, so then I do that. Butter, a little bit of butter. I'm actually weaning that off a little bit, so don't tell her. Because she loves it buttery, you know. Like,
It's
Yeah.
like
I think we all
the
do.
cookies as the
Yes.
season progresses, less
I'll
butter.
just like wean off the butter, and then I'll cut up some strawberries, so like a handful
yeah.
of strawberries or blueberries. I'll go back and forth, and then. Lately, with Willow's breakfast, what I've been doing is like half a smashed banana, some flour, and an egg, and I'll whisk that up and make it like a pancake.
Aw.
And then like Willow will have that, and Tia will have one too. I'm sort of in that concept of like, we got to test this food and make sure it's good enough for Willow to eat too, you know. So I'll have one of them, and then she'll have a bit of maple. She helps herself with the serving of maple. I think I'm going to start helping her soon. She's getting carried away. But like, she'll have that. She'll have coffee too. No, I won't do that one. And then that's about breakfast. My breakfast.
That'll be for the next episode.
My breakfast is pretty like different. So like this morning, I had like I whisk some eggs. And I add this like chili jam. So I put it in the fry pan, then I add a bit of chili jam, and then it sort of makes it a bit spicy. And then I had some leftover coconut rice last night, and I have a bit of rice and egg
What
for
about
breakfast.
that?
That's so random.
It was
That's good,
It's
though.
very Asian.
What about that banana bread?
Oh yeah. Last night I made banana bread because our bananas are going off.
Oh,
So
have to
I've
make
got-
it.
I've got to act quickly. Well, not too
There's only
quick.
one way to get rid of them.
Well, yeah.
Put chocolate chips in it.
I did put chocolate chips in it. Okay, Nick. We're a team.
You didn't bring me any.
They
can't eat it,
But
so
that's
it's fine.
breakfast. So it does change. The Tears is pretty regimented for the most part. Quite consistent like you guys. Mine's just like whatever's leftovers to get me through. Mm-hmm. Nick, you want to go yours?
Nope,
or you,
I'd just-
okay.
I don't know. It's whatever's in the fridge today.
Okay.
But chicken sausage, that's got to be.
But what about sleep then? Let's
Okay.
pivot pretty hard on this.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep. How many hours do you think you guys would get throughout the season? Like where we are, just post open, training for quarters coming up. What do we got?
So I'm in bed for 10 hours.
Okay, so that's flicking through the book, or that's straight 10 hours.
Like,
eyes shut.
Don't answer poorly, Tom and Jenna.
I
listen.
am in bed for 10 hours, but my Aura ring says I'm awake. It
So do
says
you,
I'm awake
like-
for 2 hours every night.
Do you scroll on your phone when you're in
No,
bed?
so actually this is something Tom taught me.
Yep.
The bed is for sleep. And so like when I go
You didn't know
up-
that before? Oh, wow.
No, I make it a point that like when I'm downstairs watching TV, I'm like, this is it for my phone. And then when I go up to bed,
Okay.
I don't touch my phone.
And cold room,
Yeah.
dark room. Mm-hmm. Do you wear the glasses?
No.
Okay.
I actually wear them while I brush my teeth because like when I'm downstairs, I'll just walk upstairs and put them on, brush my teeth, and then go to bed. So I only wear them
For
for
1
like
minute a day.
What are these
Ew.
glasses?
Like blue blockers.
Oh, okay.
They're not blue at all.
No,
They're red.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
like an
Taylor
orange
wears
red.
them at
I'll
home.
never
and I'm like,
forget seeing pictures of her wearing
They're
them.
like something out of the 70s, right? You know, where they're just a loud looking.
Like,
Yeah.
just a stoner in his van.
Sid will show you a photo of her in them later.
Well, if
Okay.
you put them on, you can't see anything normal. Like the color is
Okay.
all changed,
Yeah.
so you can't really watch
Hence
TV
the
in
blue
them.
blocking.
But it blocks more than blue sometimes, doesn't it, Sid? It blocks out 3/4 of
Falling down the
natural
stairs.
light. Yeah. I'm gonna start doing these ones.
Do you wear them?
I've worn them before.
That's so funny. I gotta try these on.
Have you ever worn them at all?
No.
Oh, yeah, you gotta talk to Tom. He'll get
Okay.
you hooked up.
Yeah.
So how's your sleep?
I think my sleep's really good. I
Good.
don't track it. Like, I don't have an Oura ring or anything like that, but I'm definitely in my bed for longer. Like, I don't do this. The bed is for sleeping. I will get into my bed at 7 and I will stay there
Oh, so you
until I wake up like at 7.
wait. So you're 7 to 7?
Yeah,
Nice.
but
That's
I don't
amazing.
fall asleep at 7. Like,
Gotcha.
I'll probably fall asleep at 9.
Okay.
But I'd
What's
say
the,
I'm sleeping.
What's the
for-
cutoff? Is it you just get tired, or you say 9 is that's the cutoff?
I usually get tired at like 8:30, so it's probably like a very natural 8:30 to 9.
Yeah.
My phone's like going away.
What's the vice of choice? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Yep. Just scrolling.
But you've also got a hobby.
I do.
Do you do that?
I like to crochet in the
She
morning.
crochets.
She's making Bruce a sweater.
She made Willow an awesome beanie.
Yeah.
I-
She's
Pink one.
very talented.
Thank you. Crocheting and knitting. I try and do that at night, but honestly, I'm so tired that I just need to do something mindless. I do scroll on TikTok. That's my guilty pleasure for sure. But I do watch Netflix. So I like to just bring my laptop in my bed and just like completely do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just such nice me time. Like, I also live with a roommate, so I feel like I'm respectful of her space. So sometimes if she's outside, I like to just go into like my room and like watch my TV and like do my thing. But I sleep like a very solid 10 hours. And then in the morning, I'm doing like an hour of crochet before I'm making my breakfast.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like warm up for the day.
Yeah. I like literally wake up and I'm like, I want to crochet right now. And I wake up, I make my coffee, and I'm like laser focused. And I'm like, sometimes I'm FaceTiming my parents and I'm like, stop talking. And I'm like, crochet.
So you CrossFit to provide for your crocheting career.
Yes, because I got to go to Michael's and get my.
You have to fund
Michaels,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited to put Bruce in that sweater.
So is this another thing as the season progresses, you crochet less or more?
Honestly, more because I stopped going out.
Okay. You have more time.
You've shut it down, haven't you?
I've completely shut it
She's not
down.
going
Yesterday I said
You
I'm
so
not
you
going
and your
out
sister
again
went out
until
to-
after semis.
to Broadway the
Yes.
other day. How did you like that?
It was a wild
Is
experience.
that your first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so fun. Like Sid and I were saying before, like we both enjoy that. Like we love going out. Like before I did CrossFit, I was very much like every weekend I'm going out with my friends, and like I love that environment. But I feel like as I've gotten more serious with CrossFit, like my social battery just dies so quick. So that week was so fun, and I love that it was like right before the start of like everything happening with the season, the open, all that type of stuff. So now I'm like, I'm not going out again until after semis. So crochet
enough.
Shut
goes.
it down.
Yeah.
go-
Mad Monday. She doesn't know about that.
What's that?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Maybe we should tell her later.
Yeah. Well, don't you worry about
You get
it
excited
right now.
and start crocheting.
You just
on
keep
us.
doing your job, and we'll tell
Okay,
you about it later.
that sounds good.
Well, let's pivot pretty hard.
So let's do it.
Okay.
What are we
so
doing?
We spoke about this yesterday. We said, hey, like let's bring out a quote of the day, like something that you guys, a quote that first thing comes to your mind, or a quote that you guys hold on to. I don't know if you guys got one. Maybe we'll start with Sydney M.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking about this a little bit, and one that I always fall back on is one from Jocko, and
Ooh.
I love Jocko,
Yep.
but it's his basic premise of discipline equals freedom, and I think that's just like something that I've been trying to like incorporate more into my life. I feel like I'm very disciplined and focused in the gym, but sometimes my like personal life outside of the gym does not reflect that.
Really?
It's like very polar opposite.
But it doesn't sound like it from like honestly your nutrition, your sleep patterns.
Thanks, but that's all like I consider that in the gym.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like,
All right. Okay.
yeah, so anything that is like involved with being successful in CrossFit, I will be dialed in 100%. But then things that I don't think matter or
Yep.
fall like into me being successful in what I'm trying to do, I kind of like let slip. So like responding to emails or keeping my space clean or making sure I'm catching up with my friends and just like stuff like that, I will kind of like put to the side. But I've been trying to incorporate just like discipline in all areas of my life. So I'm more like relaxed and able to do more of the things I want to do. And I've been seeing like just a lot of like I don't know if it's more of like a relaxed feeling when I'm in the gym, because I feel like the other stuff is just being taken care of. And I totally relate to like that freedom part, because I can be here longer because I know that things are taken care of like at home, or like I have the space to like spend the whole day on the couch on Sunday because I did X, Y, and Z the other days of the week. So that one is kind of like a quote that I always come back to when I'm trying to like incorporate into my life, especially this season.
Was that something you found in CrossFit, or did you feel like, so same scenario with volleyball, let's say, right? Were you that way when volleyball season was happening, or did this happen? So you were always like that?
I've like always been like this.
Okay,
I've been like
cool.
hyper focused on one aspect, and that's all I'll think about. And then anything that I don't think relates to that thing will just like fall off.
Yeah.
But it's such a holistic approach. Everything. It's like what you said the other day, like how you do anything is how you do everything. That's another part of it. So why would your space be messy if you don't want the space in here to be messy? You know what I mean? Like, that's clean, this is clean. How you do that is how you'll be in here. So
Boom. Wrap it up. There it was.
Just don't drop the mic. Okay.
All right. Sid.
Sid.
Okay. So mine, I kind of discovered like right when I started competing in CrossFit, and I feel like what I struggled with the most at that time was fear. And so whenever I would come back to this quote, it was kind of just like calming and it'd relax me. So it's a man who struggles with fear is already, wait, hold on. I'm getting nervous and I'm messing it up.
Okay.
Start over.
you
was
had
good.
one
I
shot.
like that. But I love the build up. That was awesome. I'm
Okay.
like, go on. Tell me more.
A man who fears struggling is already struggling from what he fears.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I love that one. It just like
that's good.
relaxes me anytime I'm like nervous for a workout or something. I just think about that.
So same thing. You, college track was very, I'm sure you were very involved. Like you took that very seriously, but then you had a big break. How many years was it between when you started with us and then track?
4.5.
Okay, so that's a good amount of time, right? Where
Yeah.
you're not really competing in anything. You don't really have anything to
Yeah.
fear on a daily basis, right? I hope you weren't fearing work while you were doing that.
Only a few months.
But was that something that took a while to kick in when you were like, so
Yeah.
let's say it was 2022, I guess, would be your first official year with us. How did that come about, and how did you start changing your mindset to be an athlete rather than just going through a normal life where you can just go home and relax and do your thing?
Yeah, I think I was just like scared of everything, like of a workout, of a competition, of like, I had a full-time job, so I was like really stressed out all the time. So I just like worked myself up over something that like should not have been something to stress about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just started thinking about that and how like I'm just making way more of a situation than it needs to be, and so it just kind of relaxed me.
Have you found, so it's a tough one, right? Because have you found the repetition builds into that to where you fear less? Like,
Oh,
let's
for
just,
sure.
like ring muscle ups, for example, right?
Yeah.
Like I think every time that they were programmed for your first couple years, you probably wanted to go hide in a corner, right? Like it is just one of those things where now
Yeah.
you can walk in there and you just crush them.
Yeah.
And you have new fears now, I'm sure, but like it's one of those things where do you look back and you say, man, I didn't realize I'm not fearing these things anymore. And psychologically, they're just kind of going away the more I do them.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
I definitely think repetition helps as well.
Cool.
Do we want to get into the last part?
Ooh, rapid fire.
Ooh, this is what I've been like.
This is our first one ever on the Prvn podcast. Rapid fire questions. Who's reading them?
I got sweaty palms.
Yep. Get
Are we going
get
like
it,
back
Eminem.
and forth?
Yeah, Nick, how do you want to do this? Back and forth, or do we want to go one person completely and they block their ears?
Let's
Like
go back
it
and
is.
forth.
Okay.
Back and forth.
Yep.
Okay. So I've got a timer on the back side of the room there. You guys can see that. We're going to see how fast and how many we can get through. And if we need, I might even pause. We might even pause. If the answer's preposterous, we might just actually dive deep.
To make fun of you.
No fun. But
Like
it's
we have
wait a
to
second.
dig into this one.
Yes. Or we'll put a pin in it. We'll come back at the
We
end.
may learn a lot about you here.
Okay. Starting in 3. Stand by. And we'll go left to right, right?
Okay.
Okay.
M then W. Yeah. Right, already? Favorite music genre to train to right now?
Country.
Like pop.
Pop. Okay.
I don't really know what you call it these days, but
Neither do I. We'll come back. Pin in it. Favorite sports team?
Ooh, Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
don't know what sport that is.
It's okay. It's
Yes.
football.
Football.
Canadian
Football.
football.
Okay,
So
perfect.
it's not really football.
Ew. Well,
What is it,
that's a
soccer
debate.
or football?
It's football.
American football.
It's
That one. Okay.
How's that sound? American Canadian football.
Isn't it?
It's
you
CFL,
call
so
it
it's-
a global sport. If you call it a world championship, we got to acknowledge other countries are doing it. Right?
Probably some high school teams in Texas that could beat them, but we won't.
yeah,
Go
but
ahead,
they're great.
Sid.
Yeah, that's their team.
That's my team.
Yeah, that's her
I'm rolling
team.
with it.
I guess at the moment, the New York Jets.
New York Jets. Okay. Favorite post games meal. So after CrossFit Games, what are we having?
I like donuts and
I like donuts.
a margarita.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I always go for Mexican.
Mexican. Okay. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
Neither.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
don't wake up early and I don't go to sleep
She's
late.
just alive.
I'm gonna call
sleep
early
well.
bird 7 a.m.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you operate best? Like
In the morning.
okay. Snatch or clean and jerk?
Clean and jerk.
Okay.
Clean and jerk.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're gonna do more snatch. It sounds like. Prefer AMRAPs or EMOMs?
Imam.
Imam.
Yeah, AMRAPs. That's crazy, people. Huh?
That's
Box
insane.
jumps or burpees?
Box jumps.
Box jump.
Handstand push-ups or muscle-ups?
Muscle ups.
Handstand push-ups.
Okay. This is an interesting one. Would you rather go to the CrossFit Games or go to the Olympics?
Ooh, that's really tough. Honestly, for like where I'm at, like I have to say CrossFit Games. I don't feel like I have an interest in an Olympic sport right now.
That's a good answer.
I'm the
Probably.
same. I feel like the world I live in now is just like
Yeah.
solely CrossFit
Yeah.
Games is the most important.
Okay, so I've got my last question here because of just where we're at the time. It's coming up to the 75-second mark, so we're a bit over. Are you sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Savory.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Okay, we won't
I didn't
judge.
see that one coming.
Well, I don't know, Nick. This is all I have unless you got some more fast questions or you want to summarize
No,
or
I think that was
package
good.
this up and put a bow on it at the end of it?
Yeah, I think this was. Did you guys have fun with
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Is this good? You guys are one of our first. Well, you are our first guests, I guess.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, failed attempt. was
Unless this
right.
doesn't come out, we may just cut the whole thing. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But thanks for being here, guys. This is cool. I think we'll do it a lot more as the season goes on. I think it's something that gives you guys a good platform to just kind of chill out, let people get to know you a little bit. Is there anything like plug your social media? Do you want to tell people follow you, follow along?
Sure. Follow at Sid
Sure.
Michalyshen.
I'm going to jump in on
No
this.
hesitation.
Sure. Okay, that's SYD.
My email address is. If you have
My
anything
TikTok
free.
is you can follow me on TikTok at I have no
Do you have a
idea.
TikTok?
Yeah, it's rough, but yeah.
Well, next episode we'll
we're
build
gonna
it
dive
up.
into
We'll dive into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we've got nothing else to say, guys. We're very fortunate for you guys to come here. Full day of training today, right? So this does not stop or change anything.
Yeah, we are jumping right into it. If you guys have any questions for the Sydneys, drop below a comment, and
Yep.
on the next episode we'll tackle them.
Yeah.
Be nice to them.
Again, guys, please subscribe to our channel. We're going to frequently do podcasts. Hopefully get 2 or 3 of these out a month. Put a comment down below of what you liked. Dive deeper into for the next episode. But for now, take care. All the best. See you later.
Thank you.